Reverend.
Duncan, please.
Oh, thank you, Duncan. Oh, it's going to be lovely for the wedding. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the registry office, but it's just terrible. It's like getting married in a quick-fit waiting room. No atmosphere at all, even one of those awful coffee machines. It's just horrid.
Well, it's all booked in now, 23rd of June.
Oh, cheers.
Will Chantal and her fiancé...
Damien
be visiting the church?
Oh, I was hoping to go collect her at Primark now and bring her back over to see it.
No, I mean as part of the congregation, to worship on Sundays.
I'm sure they will if they have to. Do they have to? I mean, it's really not their sort of thing. They're real young people, and they like to do the sort of things that real young people do. I know that you're young too, but...
Many people in the church live full and active social lives.
Yeah, but that's mainly about camping and board games. Chantel's more about boozing and clubbing. Do they have to? I mean, is it actually compulsory for them to get the venue or not?
Well, it's kind of expected.
Do you do it every Sunday? I mean, do you ever cancel on a Sunday and stay home and watch Country File with a mug of tea?
Every Sunday, I'm afraid.
Oh, but they do boot sales, and they're always on a Sunday.
We run many services and Bible groups midweek, too.
Oh, good. I was thinking it was a terrible devil for a dedicated Christian who might have lots of junk to sell.
It'd be nice to see them. Not compulsory, but nice to see them around the church.
Well, I'm sure they could come in during the week, maybe on a Thursday evening after about 9 o'clock. Do you have anything then?
Bingo for the elderly.
Oh, that's really not their sort of thing. Mind you, they said God's everywhere, don't they?
Well, he is omnipotent, really, so yes, I guess so.
So, he must be at boot sales on a Sunday then.
Well, I guess. Well, mind though, we have a leak there, you might get...
Oh! What was that?
We have a leaky roof. A bit cliched, I'm afraid, but there it is.
Oh.
These old buildings, magnificently built. Magnificent. But not the roofs, I'm afraid.
Well, do you not have an appeal or some sort of thing going on?
Well, we've tried the old jumble sale here and there, but nothing's really making much of a dent in it. We once had one of those thermometers on the front of the church, but I took it down because it was quite embarrassing how little it was going up. So I put up a different sign saying, "Get it up," and then some local wags drew a giant penis on it, which rather excited some of the elderly parishioners, but not in a good way. All in all, it's been an uphill struggle. We use this for now, but I thought I'd put it away when you came in because it's not very, well, you know.
Now, my ex-husband's a roofer. I mean, he couldn't do it for you for nothing or nothing, but I'm sure he'd come and have a look at it for you. He'd do you a good price, probably cost price, yeah? I'm sure he'd do it. We don't want Chantel getting pissed on in a big dress on the big day.
That would be great, thank you. Do you have his card or something?
Credit card?
Business card.
Oh, he doesn't have any of those. The tax man and stuff, you don't want them to work out what you're up to, because they'll fleece you. You know how it is. No, I'm sure he'd come over and have a look at it for you, even though he is a Catholic.
Oh, does he go to church?
He gave it up when he met me. He was a good Catholic then, though, but I introduced him to other things that were incompatible with his faith.
No fish on Fridays.
He had no time for fish on Friday, if you get me. But I'm really sure that he would come and have a look at it. You know, he and I are still sort of friends, for Chantel's sake, you know. None of this arguing with the ex with us. We just get on with it.
Were you married in the church?
The first time. The next time it was in the registry office. The third time we had a room down the dogs. But I always think that if you're going to get married for a first time, it ought to be in church, you know? It's more dignified in it. Unless I was mega rich. And then I'd have it at Madame Tussaud's.
Well, that's great, thank you. You could be a real lifesaver.
Oh, it's the least we can do. You know, I'd not been in here before because, well, I thought people would look down on me. But it's nice. You've been nice. I feel like comfortable here. Thanks. I'm glad my little girl's getting married here. Well, oh, is it still all right if I go pop off and bring Chantal back just to see it?
Oh, no, sure, that's fine. We're open all morning. We're setting up for the Harvest Festival on Sunday. Perhaps you'd like to come?
Oh, that would be lovely. But I've got the Volvo all stuffed with stuff from the shed.
We're always looking for donations for our jumbo sales.
I'll bear it in mind if we don't sell anything. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Thanks. See ya, Duncan.
Morning, Reverend Chance.
Morning, Virginia.
These are extras. Mary said she'd bring the main flowers round in an hour's time. We've decided to go with crimson and cream. Quite autumnal, I think.
Nice.
I know you don't think about these things, but it's important. You have to have a colour scheme. Remember when you got that so-called ex-professional in last year? Oh, the colours were all over the place.
They were very lively, I remember.
Lively? Wild? Oh, Mrs. Froggett said it made her nauseous, like it had been done by a blind woman.
She was partially sighted, actually. It's why she had to give up the profession.
Well, she did well then. Although if you'd asked me, I would have come round and redone them for you. After all, she wouldn't see, would she?
I thought they were very vibrant and beautiful.
Oh.
You have to watch Mrs. Froggett. She can be a bit old school.
There's nothing wrong with being old school. As a matter of fact, some of these modern arrangements are just crazy. Why, I even saw one where instead of using an oasis, they use marshmallows. I mean, is that just ridiculous or what?
It sounds fun.
Oh, if you're a lunatic, flowers are supposed to bring dignity to a place. Dignity at all times. That's what my father used to say. Dignity at all times.
Was he into floral arrangement?
Oh no, just life. Dignity at all times. It's something everyone should take on board, even you.
This is about that fundraiser.
Oh, I like a good laugh as well as the next woman, but I don't like seeing my vicar dressed as Tarzan.
I did raise £600 for the African Water Fund. That's a whole well for a village.
You also raised quite a few eyebrows in this community. And I don't think that costume bestowed any dignity on you whatsoever. Those shrink-wrapped speedos were, something. Mrs. Froggett didn't know where to look.
She seemed to be pointing out exactly where to look to many people on the day I remember. Is that why she didn't sponsor me?
Oh, no, that's not the reason. She's not like that at all. She's got a good heart. It's because it's African. She's a bit tired of their whinging, so she never gives to anything African.
Oh.
She's very principled, Mrs. Froggett is. You'd have to go far to find such a committed Christian woman, I tell you. What was that lady doing in here earlier? Christine?
Oh, you know her? I didn't realise.
We've met before, but clearly she doesn't recognize who I am. But I know her, indeed. She's very well known, particularly among the men of the village. I bet this was the first time she's been in a church.
She told me she was married in the church, actually.
The first time, yes, but you know she's been married.
3 times, yes, she told me. Clearly a fond believer in marriage, I think. You know, when someone new comes into the church, I get a buzz. I really do. It's a new possibility, a new convert.
You're a vicar, not a mobile phone salesman.
Still fishing for souls and all that.
Oh, she's not one you want in this church.
God wants all of us strays.
I'm sorry, Reverend, but I'm with the RSPCA on that one. Most strays need to be put down. I mean, really, she's been married 3 times. This is her 3rd husband. I don't mean to be judgmental, but what did she want?
Her daughter's getting married, actually.
What, her daughter? Even worse, I tell you. Oh, she's got a reputation. Oh, and what a reputation. There isn't a man under the age of 30 in this village who hasn't had some of her attention.
Well, it's nice to see she's settling down, then.
I'm sorry, Reverend, but that's the kind of person she is. Oh. Do you like the crimson?
What?
Do you think the crimson flowers sum up the spirit of autumn?
I always imagined autumn is more of a brownish.
Brown?
Yeah, like the trees.
And what brown flowers were you expecting me to get?
Oh, well, brown flowers. I don't know brown.
No.
Well, I guess crimson's the best next thing.
Good. I have some important news for you.
Oh, I think I know this one.
Oh.
A little birdie told me you might be stepping down his chair. Now, I've thought about it, and you've made a massive contribution to the parish, but maybe it is time for some new blood.
I don't know what little bird put that in your ear, but that is not correct. You want me to step down?
No, it's not like that at all.
No,
Did I say that?
Maybe Christine.
Oh, no, I don't think we'll be seeing her in here very much. Despite my best efforts, it seems Jesus can't compare with selling household junk out the back of a Volvo.
Oh, you've rather rained on my parade, to be honest. Oh. Do you want an arrangement here?
Yes. No, not at all.
You don't want an arrangement here?
No, yeah. I want the yes to the arrangement, no to raining on your parade. So, yes followed by a no. Or a no followed by a yes. Yes. Your big news!
I don't want to tell you.
Come on, Virginia.
Alex is getting married.
That's great. Congratulations to them.
Yes.
Oh, you and Connor must be so proud.
Oh, yes.
Especially after you caught them in.
Oh, no. We don't talk about that. Oh, but they're both very, very happy.
I'm sure they are.
And we're looking forward to them tying the knot here.
Obviously.
We've been round last weekend looking at reception venues and we chose Lancing Grange. We booked it for 23rd June. Oh, because it's so beautiful and not too far.
Oh.
Oh. What is this about?
If you're wanting the 23rd of June, I'm afraid it's booked already.
Oh, already? The 23rd of June next year?
You're pipped to the post, I'm afraid, by Mrs. Walker.
Oh, Christine Walker and that Jezebel of a daughter?
Yes.
Oh, well, they'll just have to use the registry office. I hear it's quite lovely.
The thing is, I've already agreed to it.
Oh, well, you'll have to unagree.
But I said yes.
Clearly, you'll have to say no.
I gave them my
Oh,
word.
Vicar, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, not floozy.
Of course, it's obvious. Alexa can have her wedding on the 23rd, 10:30 in the morning. Mrs. Walker's is until 2:30 in the afternoon. It's fine.
Lunch is at 5, following drinks and canapes at 4. It's impossible. It's already been booked. Perhaps Christine would like to change hers.
They've got everything booked as well, apart from the flowers, because I told them I had someone who could do it for them, who does it for the church. I really bigged you up. They can pay well. They're not short of money, I think.
No amount of money could encourage me to create floral accompaniments for any celebration of that woman.
Come on, Virginia.
Unless she agrees to the morning.
I'm sorry, but I've given them my word.
They're only doing it for the photos.
What?
I said they're only doing it for photos. It's very photogenic here. That's why she's done it.
You see, the thing is, some people want to get married in the eyes of the Lord, even if they're not big on the whole church thing, or maybe even if they don't believe.
Oh, she doesn't believe.
You don't know that.
I do.
People change.
The only thing that changes about her is her husband's.
I think you're being unfair.
And I think you're being naive.
Naive or hopeful?
Naive. Now then, how are we going to let them down gently?
We're not.
Clearly, you don't appreciate my contribution to this parish.
No, it's not that,
And
Virginia.
this will be the last floral arrangement I do on a voluntary basis. And you may have my resignation from the church parish if that's what you want. I just am so shocked that loyalty and commitment and good Christian principles mean nothing to you.
There's always the booking office. You said yourself it's nice.
It's a dive. It's full of people who just come across from the Jeremy Springer studios to get hit because of the results of some DNA test which proves against all likelihood that they are both Homo sapiens.
A little harsh.
Oh, I think it's time for me to go and check on my oasis. I will be in the vestry when you want to tell me that you have changed your mind.
Bloody hell, it's cracking in here!
Language, Chantal, in the church.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. So beautiful, I know. Prettier than Jordan. Oh, sorry.
It's alright. You're Chantal, I presume.
Yeah. It's beautiful, really beautiful in here.
So, what do you think?
It's beautiful. I was just saying beautiful.
It's gonna look great on the photos.
You're doing it for more than the photos, I hope.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a tradition, isn't it? I mean you look at a Low magazine and they don't get married in a scummy registry office. It's a church. Or a castle. I like a castle really. Although we can afford one. Well this is cheap. But nice.
And spiritual adds a real spirituality to your evening.
Yeah, I guess so. If you're into that sort of thing.
And you're not?
I like my beer too much.
Christians drink too, in service sometimes. Communion wine.
I like McCarthy Roses. You know them?
Not in the service, no. But we're not as stuffy as you may think. Many people in the congregation live full and active social lives.
Yeah, but I don't imagine you might find many of them outside in the street behind gates pissing or chundering in their high heels or going home with a stranger in a promise.
Probably not. It is important that if you have the wedding here, that you connect with the spirituality of the place.
Yeah? I thought we'd agreed.
Well, we have, but I'm just saying it's important that you connect with the place. We're not just another booking venue.
Oh, well, very different from Lancing Grange. I mean, it's a damn sight easier here. The farm.
I don't think the Harley's going to fit down the aisle.
What?
We had this idea that when she's on her way back up the aisle, after she's married, that Damien would ride her up on his Harley.
I don't
Well,
think...
maybe it'll squeeze down.
But where are you going to keep it during the ceremony?
You can move that table thing.
That's the altar.
It doesn't move.
It's kind of an important part of the church. Like the font. You wouldn't put a chocolate fountain there, now would you?
Now you mention
I'm
it.
sorry, but if you don't respect the church for what it is, then maybe you could try the booking office.
I may as well get married in a warehouse as go to a booking office. They look the same in the photos. Do you remember Terry? He got married in one of those. Whenever he showed anyone the pictures, everyone asked why he got hitched at the motorway services.
Don't worry, Duncan. We'll be respectful of your faith, won't we, love?
Oh, yeah. I mean, one of my best mates has just become a Christian.
Have they?
Yeah, didn't I tell you? Benny converted.
Really? Inside? When they've murdered someone, a lot of times they want to do the whole forgiveness thing. He wasn't a bad lad. He just got in with a bad crowd.
People find God when they least expect it.
I was thinking we could have like some of the flowers down here, and then maybe some like ribbon and
bunting in the church.
No?
No, it takes away from the solemnity of the occasion.
Solemnity? It's a bloody wedding, not a funeral.
Virginia!
Sorry, I thought some sort of alarm had gone off. All that noise.
Okay, so no bunting. But flowers. You know, you said you knew this woman who was a pain in the arse, but she was cheap. Could you contact her for us?
That's not exactly what I said.
Oh, but that's what you meant. You vicars all say the same things. They talk in riddles, they do.
Sometimes, but then sometimes they are very blunt. I understand that congratulations are in order.
Oh, I'm not getting married. It's my daughter, Chantal. She's getting married.
Makes a change, I guess. My daughter's getting married too.
Oh, isn't it so exciting?
Yes, and we've booked Lansing Grange for the reception.
Lansing, great. Well, we tried to book there, didn't we? But it was already taken.
And she had hoped to be married here. This is her church since she was a little girl. Oh, dear. She's been coming here since she was little. I am chairman of the church parish, good devout Christian woman, and, well, evidently you asked first, so it's yours.
Shame, but the registry office is charming.
You don't feel the tiniest bit of regret over that, do you?
No, not really. You could ask her dad, though. He's Catholic. He does regret and guilt much better.
And did Reverend Chance mention moving to the morning at all?
That won't be possible. My makeup alone is going to take 3 hours.
No, Christy. Please,
How do
Christy.
you know my name?
Oh, it's what I've always dreamed of, and now it's not going to happen unless you agree to move to the morning. Oh,
We could swap. You could have the church and we could have Lansing Grange.
Mom?
I'm just thinking compromise.
The church isn't just another venue in your day.
No, you're right. It isn't. It's the most important part. When I remember marrying your dad, the memory I hold strongest, the memory I treasure most, is the church. You're right. There is something spiritual about it, even if you can't quite put your finger on it.
right. You owe me this. You really do. You wouldn't be here if it weren't for me. Oh, you don't remember me, but I remember you.
What the hell are you
last
talking
time
about?
we met, you were in the back seat of a Morris Minor with my husband, Colin Clark.
No way.
Yes, I was a new bride, and I think you were too. It was before Chantal here. If I'd gone to your husband, you wouldn't have even got that far. But I didn't.
What the
Despite the fact that you nearly broke my new marriage, I decided to show you forgiveness, mercy, that good Christian value.
Well, are you still in Colin? Are you still with Colin?
Yes, we are 34 years and counting. What marriage ought to be, till death do us part. I took my marriage seriously.
I bet he's been elsewhere.
He learned his lesson.
That's what he told you. Lovers never change their
He
spots.
did. He regretted it as soon as it started.
Rubbish!
And he definitely regretted it a few weeks later when he had to go to the doctor.
Well, it wasn't for me.
Oh.
He must have been
Well,
elsewhere.
everyone in those days knew that you carried round every STI known to medical science. You were a biohazard.
Ladies, need I remind you this is a church, and we do not speak about such things here.
You have no morals. No wonder you're so eager to welcome her into the church with open
No,
arms.
you can't say that. You see, the thing is, I look for opportunities to bring new people into the church. New, normal people.
Normal people?
Yes, people with lives, people with interests outside of the church and jumble sales. I want a lively church, a living church, not a sanctuary for the on the frigid.
You mean harlots and whores? That's what you want in your church?
Remember Mary Magdalene?
Ah.
You know, I wasn't born into a Christian family. I didn't immediately love the Lord. I was more interested in mutant ninja turtles. Then one day, I went to a wedding, just a wedding, and I sat there and something happened. I didn't expect it to happen, but it did. I became interested. I began to revere the Bible. And you may be thinking, oh, it's a coincidence. It wasn't. It was because the church, they let me in. They welcomed me in with open arms. And that's what I think is important. The moment when non-believers join the church.
By the way, Duncan, my ex-husband says he'll do the roof for £5,000 all in.
Now it all makes sense. You've done a deal.
What a deal.
What's she going on about?
You fix the roof, and he boots me out.
I can't book you out because you were never actually booked in.
What is she doing?
She's trying to make a point, and it isn't working.
Come on, Virginia. Surely we can...
Oh, don't encourage her. She's acting like a spoiled kid who can't get her own way.
Let's show her some sympathy.
Oh, I think we have been sympathetic, and I think it's time we said tough Teddy.
Oh! You would let a woman like that get married over my daughter, a woman who uses the foulest of language in a house of God, and it means nothing to you, nothing at all. You have no appreciation of good Christian morals, just cheap cleaning it in a cheap roof. Is that what you want, eh? Is it? Ah! And we'll fix the roof, the whole thing, with a proper company, not some cowboys. There, that's what you want, isn't it? Tits and tile, and no mention of religion or Jesus or something as old-fashioned as the Bible.
Don't say it all times.
I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love country.
Are you Susie Alvio? What? What? No way. You're kidding me. You're kidding me, yeah? No way, the little shit. She's right, saw him. By the park? Yeah, it's a polo. Like a little shit golf, that's it. RJ05, KAL, yeah, cow. Oh my God. How come I didn't do that? How did you find out? Nah, never heard of her. Nah, well that's it then. Yeah, yeah, laters, yeah. Did you hear that? Just seen Damo at the park in the car doing it with some girl.
No way.
That's it then.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
No way am I marrying him now.
It seems as God has come down on my side.
The back of a car, how cheap!
So, it's mine, is it?
Yes, and I'm sure it'll be a lovely event.
Not at all the way I imagined it happened. There's a certain natural justice in it all, I think. Prove I always say that God exists. Oh, I just really hope so.
Maybe it was just a one-night afternoon stand.
No, Susie said she's seen them together a couple of times but didn't say anything till she saw them today at the park, in the car, at him.
It's gone to answer phone. Hello, Alexa, it's Mummy, darling. Great news. We've secured the church, despite them over double booking us. to call that poor blind lady, would we?
I can't believe it, the little rat. I mean, you imagine it when you've been married for a few years, but you haven't even been hitched yet. Oh, you're best without him.
I just feel a fool that's been going on to my nose.
You want to know. You want to know.
I don't know the girl. Apparently, I went to school with her. Her name is Alexa.
Alexa, where are you? The park. What on earth are you doing?
I can't believe it.
Just wait till I get to talk to him.
It's Daddy Mum, I don't want to talk to him.
I do. All right, you. She doesn't want to talk to you. She's had a report about you in a car with a girl.
I need to ask you something, Alexa.
You were seen in a car with a girl.
Is anyone in the park with you?
A girl called Alexa.
A man called Damien?
The little bitch.
Oh, what were you thinking?
You ruined everything.
I hate you. I never want to see you again.
Shall I cancel the booking?
Yeah. She's quite stubborn. She's not going to have him back.
I don't believe we'll need booking on the 23rd. We've got to have chat.
Oh, my love.
Well, thanks for everything anyway. Can I have my 20 quid back?
No, that's ours now.
Thieving bastard!
Seems God swoops in and fixes everything in the end, eh? What a fantastic arrangement, eh?